Hey, what's up everyone? This is Laura again. I know it's been a little bit, like maybe a week or two that I've uploaded a video last, but I've been meaning to talk about this for a while. Yeah. I had made a previous video on my tablet before, but I couldn't get it uploaded, as you can see. And there's Nala and Blondie on my left. There. Alright, well, go ahead and show them to you. Yikes-a-roo. Damn it. Come on. Really? I was trying to show them to you earlier. Apparently it couldn't get it into the right view. Anyhow, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. With the rash of sexual allegations, my fingertips are kind of cold, so you see my arms folded like this, it's because I'm trying to keep them warm. That aside, the rash of sexual allegations. The reason why I haven't posted many comments on things of that nature lately is because I worry I may get attacked in some form or fashion. Like the ad hominem personal attack for my views. Well, apart from Harvey Weinstein, sorry, I almost named the grocery store, whoops. Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey, it's the rest of them are just allegations. There's too many of them to talk about them all one by one. And a couple of them stood out to me. And I'll start with one of them. And the body language analysis is the analysis of Timothy Heller in regards to Melanie Martinez, whom had been accused of sexually violating her. Melanie has released 2 statements speaking of the matter. Meanwhile, Timothy seems to be adamant on it. But there have been inconsistencies there in the date of which the alleged incidences have occurred. Pardon my hesitations, but I didn't really plan this video out at all, and yeah. Though I have wanted to speak of this, I will admit still being a bit scared. Because the terms about sexual harassment and its causes, as well as rape, that has become very hairy because of these allegations, including some of the fashions at the Golden Globe where they were all wearing black. Some of the dresses I kind of liked, to be honest with you. Some others, however, were a little bit too over the top. Even for me. And I like to dress a bit extra every now and again. Believe me, I do. I go for more of an 80s, 90s inspired, sexy. Well, even that, the topic about clothing has become very hairy. Not just women's clothing, but clothing in general. Because there is a slight little double bind, which is another topic for another time. But back to the topics at hand. I digress. Back to the topics at hand. I'll talk more about the Golden Globe stuff there. But there's been a lot of inconsistencies with the Melanie Martinez case inconsistencies of the dates of which the alleged incidences have occurred. And pretty much it's all a he said, she said, or two she saids in this case. Yes, I am aware that sexual assault and rape can and does go both ways. As in, both genders are capable of victimizing, like raping somebody, as well as being victimized. It really does go both ways. So it's no use really to do any shaming or blaming against the victims, really. While at the same time, I will also stand for the falsely accused. However, in these cases, it is really, really hard to tell what's true and what is not. Although chances are good that perhaps Timothy could have very well have said what she did, because she released a single right on the heels of it, which kind of makes things look spotty on her end. Now, I will not require you to agree with me or anything like that, but I will ask that we don't put each other down over it, that we do our best to be tactful about it. Because this is a very, very hairy topic, no matter how you slice it. Now that that's out of the way, I'll go ahead and link those videos down below in the description bar so that you get a better understanding of what I'm talking about here. Now, the case of Nick Carter. Now, before I begin on that, I have admired Backstreet Boys' harmony and whatnot for a long time, to the point of attempting to figure out how the harmonies go. And then I've been waiting for willing people to teach this stuff to, so that we could even recreate it by even doubling on top of ourselves, which is something they've done, which I'll get into that another time. I will always admire that. While at the same time, I am fully aware of the allegations against Nick Carter. One of them in 2006. We are now in 2018. So we're verging on, if not a decade. Wait a minute. They're about 15 years later, in 2006, a 20-year-old fan had accused him of doing something to her, like forcing himself on her. I won't get into graphic details here, out of respect, but that was settled out of court. I've heard all the sayings. Money walks. Money can pay you through a lot, and it can, but although it was determined that she may have been trying to get money from him for whatever reason. But in that particular case, I am torn, honestly, because, as I'd said before, in this case, part of me wants to stand with the victims, but another part of me wants to stand with him. He's denied having done that. In that one, I am not sure what to believe. with the 2006 one. Now, the 2003 one, there seems to be a lot of holes. Well, in one article I've read about this, it was said that the girl in question, who went by the moniker AJ, had said she was 18 and had admitted to doing so, as in lying about her age. Of course, I wouldn't condone lying about your age, because it's not fair. You could get somebody in trouble if you did that. And that is not something I would ever do. With that said, it is said that she had admitted to lying about her age, saying she was 18 when really I think she was 16. And that her friend KH had said that she often bragged about being with not just Nick, but his brother Aaron. So, that part is especially confusing. She also admitted to consenting to it, to having sexual relations to him. So that third case, though not cut and dry, seems to have a whole lot of holes in it. Whole lot of holes. But, again, I really feel that line right there. I really do. That line that I feel like I'm really straddling a line here with this. It's because it's very serious stuff. Very serious. Now, that story seems to have a lot of holes in it. Now, Miss Melissa Schumann. Now, I will admit to admiring Dream as well, particularly This Is Me and Loves You Not. While at the same time, who knows? And all those incidences are hard to prove because all these stuff is coming out of the woodwork. All these allegations are coming out of the woodwork nearly 2 decades later. Nearly 20-something years later. And not to mention the fact that there's really no way to prove it, because there's no biological evidence. There's no other physical evidence either. Wow. This is really getting tough for me to talk about, because if I put up this video, I'm just worried about how I may be reacted to or looked upon, because honestly, I feel like I'm straddling a thin line, because part of me wants to say that it didn't happen, but part of me wants to believe the victim too. So that's why I am torn. Of course, I'm not the only one that's torn, but that tornness is also the other reason why I haven't commented much on Facebook regarding the matter. At least not too much, because I'm not sure what to believe anymore, since there's not really much concrete evidence, or as the term says, receipts, as is said these days, or evidence. I really don't know what to say about that one. Thank you guys for watching. Needed to get this out there. Needed to get this out of there in the opening. Out in the... can't talk. To get this off my chest, if you will, because this because this is a very, really hairy subject, and I haven't really touched hairy subjects like this on video like this, so this is really a little bit scary. But I'm doing this because I need to put my thoughts out on this. But I will remind you that I will not require you to agree with me, but I will require respect, and I will require that we don't put each other down, because that's not going to help matters either. Love you guys, and bye.